Hey, legends, Fraser Brooks here, coming to you today from Dubai. I hope you are doing amazing. In today's episode of the Network Marketing Ninja Podcast, episode 222, we're going to talk about the mindset that you need to have in the bear market. So, first and foremost, if you are listening in and watching on the YouTube channel, do me a massive favor, hit the thumbs up and smash the subscribe so you don't miss an episode here. And there's lots of different videos as well. And if you're listening in on the podcast, make sure you do me a massive favor and then let me know once you're done here that you've watched it by taking a screenshot of what's on your device, posting it onto your Instagram stories and tagging me at Fraser Brooks Online so that I can give you some love, encouragement, gratitude and cheer you on for the rest of the year and into the new year and beyond. All right, so first and foremost, what is a bear market? Well, there are two types of markets. There's a bull market and a bear market. Easiest way I can explain it is if you think about what the most important part of the bull that you would distinguish with is like the horns, right? So if you were to put like horns on your head, your fingers point upwards, right? So that's when a bull run is when the market's going up. Whereas a bear market, if we think about bears, they've got the claws, right? And when they're like kind of when you do like a scratching movement, your fingers are going down. So a bull market is when the market's going up, and a bear market is when the market is going down. Now, when I say market, I'm talking like the overall world economy. Now, yes, you could say you have bear markets and bull markets in the stock market, in the crypto market, in the housing market, in the network marketing market. But right now in the world, with the whole post-COVID, we've just had a brutal summer, the low confidence, high energy bills, high petrol fees, high interest rates coming, like high inflation. Everything is bearish, right? Meaning it's a bear market and confidence is just low. And therefore it's harder to build the business from a mindset perspective because you most likely are thinking, oh, well, no one's going to want to buy my product because they haven't got the money, or oh well, I can't really kind of talk to them about the business because they're going to be focusing on other things. Oh well, I can't promote my product on social media because people are never going to buy and they're never going to engage and blah 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 blah. But I was at an event not so long ago in Rome, and one of the corporate staff, one of the corporate members, and one of the founders of the company did a great training on the acronym BEAR. So I thought I would actually share it with you guys and shout out to Manir. It was a really great training. And BEAR is an acronym. And you guys know if you give me an acronym training, I absolutely love it, right? So the B is what you need, actually, in my opinion, the most of in the bear market, and that's belief. Because belief is going to carry you through the good times. It's going to carry you through the great times. It's going to carry you through the bad times. And it's going to carry you and stop you from quitting when you feel like quitting. Because a lot of people will quit when the market's going down. Why? Because they don't see light at the end of the tunnel. Why? They think, oh, it can't get worse than this, but it is getting worse, and it is getting worse, and it is getting worse. Right now, I am seeing a ridiculous number of people transitioning from company to company to company. It's crazy, but this happens every single time we get into a recession and a bear market because people start doubting and they start thinking, do I believe in the company and the product as much as I did? Well, I did, and look at what it got me, right? But belief is everything. So you got to have the belief that you can actually make it through the storm. You got to have the belief that you can actually do this. The E is enthusiasm, or I like to say energy. Enthusiasm, you kind of to stay enthusiastic every single day can be quite tough, right? Let's get real. You're not going to be excited about your business every single day unless you're kind of faking it. But energy is something that you can get into all the time. So, for example, today I had quite low energy. And I would say I'm quite in tune with my body. So I was yawning. I was like, it's now nearly 2 p.m. in the afternoon here. From 12 p.m. till 1 p.m. I was yawning. I was like, wow, I'm super tired. I want to have one of those days where I just kind of do nothing and, just catch up tomorrow. And then I literally had some food. And usually food gets me fired up and I'm fired up again, right? Sometimes it's movement. Sometimes it's food. A lot of the times it's food. Sometimes it's listening to music, listening to podcasts, learning something new, helping someone new, texting with a friend, speaking to family. All these different things are going to get you fired up to get you in the right energy. So in a bear market, your energy is going to get affected because you're going to turn on the news. You're going to go in your car and automatically the radio starts playing and you can't even help what comes out of the radio, right? There's going to be different things that your friends are talking to you about in the pub. There are going to be different things that your family are talking about around the dinner table. Like every single time I speak to people back in the UK, all I seem to hear is doom and gloom, doom and gloom, doom and gloom. So much so that I honestly, after 15 minutes on the phone, I come off the phone exhausted. I've got no energy. Now, it doesn't matter how much food I eat after that, my energy is not going to be affected because it's not a food thing that can help it. It's not a movement thing that can help it. It's literally a human interaction that's the only thing that's going to be able to help that. All right? So, you got to believe in what you're doing. You got to have the right energy. Now, the right energy, how are you going to get that during the bear market? You have to really audit and think, how many people am I surrounded myself with who are talking by default in the bear market, doom and gloom, there's no end, things are going to get worse, versus who are the people who you're surrounded with and you're talking to who are actually like, right, what's the solution? What can we do? What are we going to do about this? How are we going to get out of this on top? How are we going to bring people with us so that they're not struggling? How are we going to capitalize on this dip? How are we going to capitalize on this bear market? Right? So you've got to surround yourself with these people. You have to. If you're not surrounding yourself with these people, man, what are you doing? The A is for then activity. Here's what I'll tell you about recessions and bear markets. If you're in the stock market, right? Let's say you're in the stock market and prices of let's say prices of Apple stock is going down. Let's just use Apple for an example. Right? I'm not giving you financial advice here. I'm just kind of giving you an example. So let's say Apple stock goes from, and I don't know the exact prices, but I'm just going to use it for a number, $1,000 a share to $900 a share to $800 a share, and now their annual report, their quarterly report comes out, and it's doom and gloom because people aren't buying as much anymore, and you're thinking, wow, 700, 600. What do the majority of people do? They go, oh my God, this is going down to zero. I better sell. And if they bought at 1,000 and they sell at 700 or they sell at 600, they've now lost 40%. But they're like, oh, at least I'm out. Oh, I lost my money, but like at least I'm out. It's going to zero. The professionals have the exact opposite mindset. Like they might have bought at 1,000, but when it goes to 900, they're buying again. When it goes to 800, they're buying again. 700, now they start getting really excited because, man, if this goes down to 300, I am buying a stock that's worth way more than $1,000 at 300 because in 10, 20 years' time from now, it's going to be absolute monstrous. And this is a similar sort of attitude you need to have in network marketing because here's the thing. If your company, if your team volume is doing $100,000 a month, right? And again, I'm using this for an example. I don't want you to go, but it's not, right? $100,000 a month in like monthly revenue. What happens to your mindset when it goes 90, 80, 70, 50, 30,000? You're now thinking, oh my day, like I've got to triple it to get close to where I was a few months ago. Right? And like you're thinking 30,000, like if this gets any lower, I'm not going to be able to afford my bills. I get that. But here's what you need to do. Instead of going, oh no, this is going down and down and down and down, and your belief starts going and your energy starts dipping, you're not taking the activity, then you've got a big problem. Because you're not going to take the action when you most need it. Because think about it this way. If your volume goes down from 100,000 to 30,000, and before there was 1,000 people building and now there's 300 people building, is it easier for you to build or not? It's way easier. It's way more straightforward. Why? There are less people in the market. I'll tell you this. People in the network marketing space haven't actually spoke about this. So you guys, I think, are going to be the first people to kind of hear my kind of point of view on this. But social media, I started using it 2009, 2010. There was no one really using it. There were bits and bobs, and maybe there's like 2 or 3 stories from that year still around, right? But there's not really any more that I'm aware of, like legit, at that time. 2013, but mainly 2014, 15, there was this huge wave on social media of people starting posting, looking for 3 motivated individuals to join the team, blah, 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 blah. And the movement, the network marketing industry for 2014, 15, maybe a bit of 16, definitely took an upward kind of momentum, right? So it was in a bull market. Remember, for those of you watching, right? The bull market with the horns, the bear market with the claws. Bull going up, bear going down, right? So it's definitely in a bull market. 2017, people start adopting it a lot. 2018, a lot. 2019, okay, now a decent amount of people in 2019 were using social media. There were still companies who were like so against it, still leaders who were like, nope, still against it. Then COVID happened. And guess what? The industry absolutely skyrocketed. However, because of that, more people got involved. More people got involved through social media and therefore used social media. So social media became a lot more loud. So then it started from what felt like easy, just recruiting people like crazy, has now felt a little bit harder because we feel like there's a lot more people out there doing the same thing as what we're doing. But guess what? A lot of those people, honestly, 90% of those people are probably going to quit during the course of the recession. The recession could last 6 months, it could last a year, it could last 3 years. Now, I probably would say it's going to last quite a long time because we've not had one since... we've not had one that we really kind of talk about for 14 years, something crazy like that, and it's usually every 7. So this could be double the amount. In theory, it could be a 2, 3, 4 year recession. So in that 2, 3, 4 years, we could see 90% of people who joined in the last 2 years quit. So a lot of you are like, oh no. I'm thinking the exact opposite because I know in 5 to 10 years' time, the top income earners that we hear about and we hear from, we learn from, and we see on the stages, and the people who've got the celebrity brands are going to be people who join in the recession because they have no choice. I was desperate, or I am currently desperate. I need this more than I know. I can't stand, my life without doing something extra. They join during the recession, and then they work their ass off to the stage that when things start turning around, they've got so much momentum that their business just catapults, and they go from 1,000 to 10,000, 10,000 to 100,000 a month very, very quickly when everyone else seems to be struggling. How are they doing so well? They worked their ass off during the recession when no one else was. So if you've got the belief and the energy and the activity, the R is simple. When you have all those 3 things, you're going to get the results. And when you get the results, your belief improves, your energy improves, your activity improves. You guys have heard my FAR cycle, feeling, activity, results. This is similar. When you believe in it and you have the right energy, you take action, you get the results. When you get the right results, you believe in what you're doing more, which gives you more energy, which gets you more activity, and then it's obviously going to get you more results. So in the bear market, work on your belief levels. How? Speak to people who are doing better than you in the company. Get around the events. Get around people who are crushing it generically. Get around other people who've got the right energy. Energy, again, associate yourself, surround yourself, grow your knowledge, right? And then take the action. You're going to have to take double the amount of action over the next 2 years than you did the last 2 years to probably get half the results. So think about it. Double the amount of action for half the results. Yes, but when we come out the other side, the compound effect is going to kick in. So if you've reached this far in the episode, please do me a massive favor. Take a screenshot of what's on your device right now, whether you're on YouTube and you're kind of listening in. Take a screenshot on your phone or your device, whatever it is. Or if you're on the podcast right now, take a screenshot. It should be the Network Marketing Ninja podcast artwork. Go ahead and post that screenshot onto Instagram, tag me at Fraser Brooks Online. I would massively appreciate it. I can then give you some encouragement, give you some love, give you some gratitude, cheer you on to get yourself out of this little mini dip or the bear mindset that you might be in, the bear market in your organization, obviously in the world that we're facing right now. And together we can really grow. The last thing I want to share with you, if you're not already on the free Telegram channel, please come ahead and join. It's fraserstelegram.com. I put the link in the description if you're on the podcast or you're listening to the podcast or you're on the YouTube channel. Make sure you go and check out the description. Check out those links. There's loads of different resources in there as well. For those of you on YouTube, there's a cool little free resource down below as well. I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you next week. All right, bye-bye.